Hello everybody, my name is AhnoldRunningMan. I hope you guys are having a swell time and all good things, yes of course. Do I have an exciting announcement for you guys? I have taken the entire week on how to figure out Google Sheets and using AI to teach me borderline the most dumbest way of, through massive trial and error, how to create a NPC damage calculator in Google Sheets. Now, you might say things like, whatever, AI, how dare you, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I don't think any person on the planet would be able to deal with me asking the same stupid questions over and over again about something so redundant about math that, yeah, I don't think any living person would be willing to deal with that. So thankfully, AI was able to deal with me and my dumbass questions and so on and so forth. So I got this, essentially. However, none of it is truly that much copy and paste. A lot of it is my own. A lot of it is me just going through AI and figuring out, how does it do this? What is causing this? Blah, 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 blah. Or how would I make it do this? And if it does this, I need it to do this first, essentially. And that's pretty much how I used AI to make this calculator. But yeah, so let's talk about it. I essentially made this calculator for my True Patriot rework video. But by the way, when you open this from the link in the description, it's gonna ask you to make a hard copy. And the reason why I did that is because I wanted it to be a total personal sheet, so that way you don't have to count on revisions or whatever the hell. Essentially, is you just grab it, it's yours, and blah blah blah, or whatever the hell. You know, do whatever you want with it. You know, put a new name, or maybe add your own cheats or whatever the hell to it. Do whatever you want. Really, it's up to you. But yeah, I wanted to streamline the process that you would do to acquire damage numbers from enemies, because doing the math yourself is very tedious, because you gotta like cross-reference how many armor you lost at the point in time, right? And then take the number you got from your end of screen, whatever, and then go through the video and try to figure out, like, okay, he did this much damage, blah 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 blah. Yeah, no, it would just take way too long, and I just wanted to streamline the process. But towards making that, I figured, well, wait a minute, why should it stop there? I should make it so that I could track how much damage I need to be doing to these guys, or how much armor I need to survive these guys in Escalation Tiers, essentially. And that's mainly why it got made. So yeah, let's talk about it. I apologize in advance. Epic white screen. Okay, cool. All right. So I'm just gonna walk you through it, how this works, and we'll just go through it together. And this is how you would do it. All right. This is how I did it. I gotta take this out, by the way. Okay. Yeah, don't put that there. Okay, so let's walk you through it. We have here, let's start at the top. Enter your base armor first. All right. So I'm gonna take my video that I have here of my character looking at the stats page, right? Okay, so go to your stats page in game and put your armor at the time. Now, obviously, take into account what's happening to your character. Like, are you getting buffs? Are you getting any buffs in the seasonal? Maybe turn off the seasonal so you can track it more accurately. Or in my case, because I was lucky that this season doesn't really give you a whole lot of armor, or also because my season modifier isn't really spec'd into armor. I'm only given like plus 5% armor, I think it is. That's only roughly how much armor the season modifier was giving me. So that was taken into account. So that's how much armor I was given. All right. So I'm gonna grab this number from my stats page, right? And then I'm just gonna type it in here. All right. So it was 1072 523. So 523. All right. That's how much armor I have. I'm just gonna click over here because next I have to do this. Don't worry. It says num because we're not done yet. You have an error. So that's actually good. It does that. I'm glad it does that. So over here, let's go to my character. Once I look at the wall, there it is. Okay. So next up, what I want you to do is look at the armor bar that's above your health over here. So the cool thing is the armor bars are segmented by 5. So you can just do 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So I have 19 bricks of armor. Now, another reason why I made this calculator was because I did find a Reddit post that told me that each white armor bar represents 50k per bar, essentially. But the thing is, if that's true, the numbers would be completely different and completely off. So something wasn't right about that. So I instead did some weird math before even making this calculator. This is essentially what I would do, is I would take my armor and then divide it by the number of bricks I have. So mine's 19 in that case. So I'm going to divide it. So I'm going to put my 19 bricks. That's how much armor it's on screen. And then divide that by my armor, which is what this is doing. And this is how much armor is in each brick. This is doing the math for you. It's even telling you what's happening up here. So it's dividing the number that you gave it over here, and that's how much armor you have in each brick. So cool. So armor remaining, that's how much armor we have, because obviously we haven't lost any armor. And then our bricks left, it tells you how much are left. So next up, let's get hit by something. So here I have a hyena. I think this is a red hyena. Let me just make sure. Yes, that's a red hyena. So so in my program, I'm just gonna go to the part where she actually hits me. This red hyena rusher. Ooh, she does a lot of damage too. Okay. And then I already slowed it down for you guys. So I'm just gonna zoom in on my armor, right? And then wait for the initial hit. And then pause it right when she hits me. Bam. That's the first hit. So now I'm going to count out how many bricks I lost, or how many bricks I still have left. So 5, 10, 15, and roughly 16. There's like half of that bar kind of gone. So this is perfect scenario actually to show you guys this. All right. That's how much armor she took from me. This is just going to represent that. Again, she took like about half of one. So what is the... that is like, what is like 1, 2, 3, 4, roughly 4. Yeah, so 4 bricks. But again, there's like a little sliver of armor still left. Okay, let's just do 3.5 then. Let's just do 3.5. I tried my best to have this represent what's happening in game. It's not too much, because if you can see in the game, it's a little like over the halfway point. So maybe this is where the educated guess comes into play. Maybe like 5.8, or I'm sorry, maybe like 3.8, right? That's how much damage she does. And it, yeah, see, I got the armor bar to like kind of low key kind of represent that. Kind of. This is the best I could do. So yeah. And if you noticed, these 3 are updating what's happening. This is telling me what's happening in real time. I have 15 bricks left, kind of. And damage dealt. So this is actually multiplying the number that I gave here, right? And it's multiplying this by B2, which is our armor brick value. That's how much armor is in each brick. So cool. This is the main reason why I wanted it to do this. It's because this is how you get somewhat of an accurate reading. I got that information. Cool thing is, let's say I wanted to, for some reason, record the combo amount, or record the amount of times I've been shot in quick succession. Like the assault hits you sometimes for like 5 bullets really, really fast. The hyena, she has, I think, like a 4-hit combo, right? So let's do 4. This is actually timesing it from the damage dealt, by the number you give here. So this is our new number. So she hit me 4 times essentially, and the hyena melee hit is actually the same amount of damage every time. So yeah, it's just timesing that number by the number that was here. And yeah, that's how much damage she would do to me if she completed her full combo on me. So yeah, she's that fucking strong. A red hyena does that much damage if she hits you all 4 times. Scary. All right, so team composition, I put the 1 group scale, so 1 so solo. 2 group scale, duos. 3 group scale, that's our trios, and our 4 group scale, that's our quartets, essentially. The 4-man, or 1-man, 2-man, 3-man, 4-man. Here, in the name, since we're recording a hyena rusher, I'm just going to put hyena rusher. All right. That's going to auto-populate to these ones down here. So this will basically help you keep track of whatever you're recording, whatever subject you're recording, essentially. So our red rusher did about this much damage. I'm just going to copy how you regularly do it, Control-C or right-click, right? And then I'm going to hit Control-Shift-V. The reason why you don't want to do just Control-V is because it's going to post the code that I already have here. So you want to be careful of that. So just copy that and then just do Control-Shift-V. I even have it over here to tell you, to remind you to do that. Yeah. So you don't want to do that. Next up, our next subject, we got to find a veteran. Did we get attacked by a veteran? I don't know. Maybe. All right, so perfect. I actually do have the footage here from a purple that got me. All right, so the initial hit is almost about to hit me. I'm gonna zoom in to see my armor bar. As you can see, my armor kind of glitched out. I'm gonna still count that as a full bar. Up to you if you don't want to do that, but I'm gonna still count that because I think that's a visual glitch. That's not accurate. I think I'm at full armor. I'm pretty sure. And then I'm just gonna watch it. Wait for the initial hit. There's the initial hit, and goddamn! All right, so she did that much damage to me, so I'm gonna put that in there. Luckily, I can kind of see like the little bricks that went away. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, roughly 6. So 6 bars, essentially. But obviously, there's a little sliver of health still. So we're gonna do 5 points. I'm gonna do 5.5. Yeah, that sounds about right. Because if that visual glitch was not real and I actually did take that damage, then it would be roughly 5.5. That's the number we got. All right, so just copy that, paste that here. All right, next up, I gotta find an elite. Perfect. All right, awesome. I found an elite. So here we go. Here's my elite hyena rusher. I'm just gonna zoom in on my health, wait for the initial hit. Bam! All right, let's wait for a better cleared up picture. So obviously, yeah, this is why you want to get a program to that does really good at doing this, because yeah, Premiere does that. So perfect. I can see visually what's happening here. So 4, 5, roughly, kind of still 6. And the cool thing is, veterans and elites, they kind of do the same damage. Kind of. It's a little more, just a tiny bit more. But yeah, I'm gonna say she's an elite. I'm just gonna give it to her. So 6 bricks. She took out 6 bricks exactly. I'm just gonna put that. All right, and paste that there. Okay, so this is the thing why I made the ratio thing, because chances of you finding a named version of that subject that you're trying to record for is nigh impossible. So I'm just gonna make an educated guess and then just take my ratio and times it by what the elite damage was. So I'm just gonna do 338 61691 times 1.09, and that was this much. And the cool thing is, Google Sheets already rounds it, so I'm just going to copy this whole number and then just paste that there. It auto rounds it, and that's my actual number. That's my guesstimate from a named. And then you would do the same for these guys. For the sake of the video, I'm just going to copy these and paste these here. For the sake of the video, I'm just going to put in this for example. If you noticed, as I put numbers here, something was going on down here, right? So we got, of course, the 1-man group, the 2-man group, 3 group, and the 4-man group. If you scroll down here, this is our escalation tier calculator, essentially. Whatever number you put for the group 1 scale up here, it's going to automatically populate down here. And then whatever you put up here for the 2-man group, it's going to put it down here. And whatever you put in the 3-man group, it's going to put it all the way down here. It didn't do that one. Why did it not do named? That is because the code got deleted. So I can fix that. I can just put equals and grab whatever cell this was, and then hit enter, and bam, that takes that. So yeah, if that ever happens to you, you know, that's how you would do it. Equals, if you hit equals in any empty cell and then click on whatever other cell, that's just, it basically just overlays this number on here. And that's what these cells are doing essentially. They're just overlaying whatever the hell you put here. Okay, so let's continue. Yeah, 4-man scale, that kept exactly what's going on here. I can even show you, so just put 0. All right, let's go back down to 4. It did record that, so cool. All right, so now we understand how to do these. Okay, so now let's go down here to explain what's going on over here. So we got our group 1 scale, a 2 group scale, and a 3 group scale, and a 4 group scale, whatever the hell. And then you notice we already have health and armor already filled in. Now, these numbers are based on what's already in the game. And through vast amounts of research, I was able to find someone that actually already did the math for me long time ago, basically. And these numbers are still accurate because I did go in the shooting range and try to find out these numbers myself. And yeah, these are still accurate to today's balance. Luckily, thank you so much to BooleangBug. I'll actually post the Reddit post where I got this from. Super big thank you to you, guy. My God. He already did all the armor and the health points, so that was perfect. That's all I needed. And yeah, these are still accurate. And it even tells you how he got them and so on and so forth. So these are the numbers I got. I copied essentially what these were and then just put those here. But let's say you got different numbers. Okay, let's say you got something different. Well, these are editable. Whatever you put here, right? These cells down here will just take the number you put here and then times it by the amount of the percentage from the tier. Basically, how the math is you times the health by the 100%, which is 1 to 1. So it would be the same number times 1 essentially, and then you would add that to itself, and that's what you would get. That's what would be the end result. But obviously, it gets more confusing when you get 140, 160, 200, blah 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 blah. So yeah, these just do all the work for you. And if you're curious about the math, just click on the cell and look at it. It tells you what it's doing. So yeah, I had that there so that anyone could just edit it at any point in time, basically. And then also, let's say the devs for some reason change the tiers of escalation. Well, easy. Just grab these numbers and change it to whatever the hell it was. Example, let's just put 10. It's going to auto update whatever is in here. And that'll do that for the same thing for everything else up over here. So yeah, that's essentially why I wanted to make this calculator, because I wanted to see how much damage or how much armor I needed to change in the True Patriot gear set to make it somewhat balanced. Because obviously if I want to make theory builds or whatever, I obviously don't want it to be so broken that it can survive this much damage, or, you know, it do so much damage that it overdoes this much. You know what I mean? And yeah, once you really actually get your accurate damage numbers, this terrified me when I looked at an assault damage. Good Lord, that was, you know what? I can actually grab it. So this is my starting one. This is the start of it. This is pretty much what I used to get my values or whatever. But if you noticed, I recorded everything already, right? If I go over here to the 4-man scaling, right, of a hyena assault, and then scroll down to tier 10, yeah. If you ever wondered why they hit so goddamn hard, why they basically one-shot you in a 4-man squad, that's why. That is why. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, good Lord. I don't like it. And a rusher, don't even get me started, man. A rusher has this... the interesting thing about the rusher that I discovered is that in one of her combos, she doesn't do the full combo. she does like this one hit combo essentially, and it takes out almost all of your armor. And it's from a red, by the way, a red heroic, not an escalation heroic, just a regular red heroic. Almost one-shotted me because she has this like armbar thing. I don't know what it is, but it's just a one hit that she does, and it damn near almost killed me. Yeah, she's crazy, man. There's something up with the Red Rusher. I don't know what it is, but one of those combos, she only does one hit and damn near kills you almost. It's pretty insane. I'll have that in the True Patriot video, so be on the lookout for that one. But yeah, this is the Division 2 enemy calculator to basically scale how much damage these enemies actually do to you in escalation. I hope this thing is useful to you guys. Maybe it's not useful, I don't know, but it's just for those people that are big number guys. This is what you would use, and I hope it helps. I really do. If you guys have any suggestions, please put in the comments. I definitely need a lot of them. I don't know what I could add to it. So this is yours. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will catch you guys next time. If today was his birthday today, or if today was a birthday today, or any day and so stream or upload on this channel, then of course have yourself an amazing goddamn birthday. Autobots, transform and roll out.